Today we're going to be making a simple chicken and dumpling recipe. It is so good and so simple and so fast. Not a lot of work, I don't think, for chicken and dumplings. Put in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay. This soup is really, really good. Okay, and you can use chicken thighs if you want, but I am using a chicken tenders because that's what I had. And we're going to cut it in kind of bite-sized pieces. Not real little, not real big. Kind of like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, just right. I'd say probably about that size because they shrink up a little bit. And we want some chicken when we bite into our soup. And I did wear an apron. Most of the time when I'm using raw meat, I always have an apron on. Okay, we are going to just sprinkle this with pepper. We want a good coating of pepper on this. Okay, letting our oil get around here. I'll set that right there, and we're going to cook it in just a minute when our pan gets hot. Okay, now we're just going to chop up a half of an onion. I'm going to kind of dice it up a little bit. We're going to cut this fast. That was so fast and so easy. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side. We're going to go ahead and get our chicken. We're going to go ahead and put our chicken right in our pan. Okay, we're going to go ahead and throw our onion right in with our chicken. Get that good flavor going. I washed some celery and we're going to cut it up into small pieces. Okay, and about a cup of celery. I'm just going to throw it right in too. Throwing it all in. And we're going to keep stirring it like that until our chicken is no longer pink. This is such a simple, simple recipe. This soup is such a wonderful weeknight meal that is simple but very filling and very comforting. So there's no more pink in this soup. It don't have to be cooked all the way through. It just has to not be pink. Okay, I do not see any more pink. So now we're going to finish off this soup. So there is no more pink. Okay, we need 4 cups of chicken broth. Just going to pour it right in. And this jar is 4 cups, and we're going to fill it with 4 cups of water. Okay, so we are filling it with, I just used the same jar and just put water right in it. Okay. Okay, I have 1 can of sliced carrots, and the reason I'm not using fresh, carrots sometimes will not cook as quick, and it makes your meat, your other things either disintegrate or not taste as good. So sometimes I find that if I used canned sliced carrots, see, they work great. They're already cooked all the way through. It just works out better for me. And these are the Green Giant brand. There's no chemicals. All there is carrots, water, and salt. That's it. Nothing else in this can of carrots. So we're just going to pour them right in. I do not like hard, crunchy carrots. Okay, now we're going to season it up a little more. Okay, I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of thyme. Love thyme. Love the taste of thyme. And this is ground. Okay, we are going to set this and we're going to bring it to a boil and we're going to let it cook for 15 minutes. But while we're doing that, we're going to make our dumplings. I'm telling you, this is so quick, guys. You're going to love this recipe. So I've got put my lid on so it will come to a boil quicker, and then we are going to let it simmer for 15 minutes, but we are going to go ahead and make our dumplings. And I have put in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, I need 3/4 teaspoon of salt. You really do not skip the salt because your dumplings will not taste good unless they have enough salt. Honestly, I'm speaking truth. And now we're going to need 3/4 cup of milk. Whole milk is preferred in this recipe. I'm just going to start stirring it around. It's very simple dough. You can add whatever kind of seasoning you want. Okay. Now we need 3 tablespoons of ice cold butter. I always keep a couple sticks in the freezer just so I can use them quickly and easily and when I need them. And so I'm using this little parchment, this little air fryer sheet, I guess that's what they're called, that I got at the Dollar Tree. And I'm just sticking it right here, right on top of that, and I'm going to grate my butter. And I've got on my cutting gloves because they're the best invention. I just can't believe they make stuff like this. A great friend, Regina, she's a subscriber, a viewer. She has just so sweet. She sent me these gloves and she sent my son some. And I really use them. I really, really, really use them. Okay, so we're just going to grate up this butter, and we want it to be cold. We want it to stay cold. And I hear my soup is boiling. So we're going to let that boil for about 15 minutes. I like to use the cutting gloves because you can grate right down to the bottom. You do not have to, you know how you keep a little piece, grate it all. These gloves grate everything. And I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything. I just love them. I use them. I very rarely have no one wants to sponsor me. I'm too picky. I don't have any sponsors because I'm too picky. If I don't use it, now I could sponsor these if they wanted to because I really use them. But I get people asking me all the time to sponsor something. Unless I use it, I don't sponsor it. I don't want to sell anybody anything that, that I don't like or am not going to use. Okay, we got it all in. Wow. And those gloves, they wash up great. I bet my husband has washed them because he does the laundry. I bet he's washed them 20 times and only had them a couple months. Okay, so we're just going to get this folded. It's almost like a biscuit, guys. Almost. We're going to make sure that butter is blended in really good. And then we're going to stick it in the refrigerator till our soup has boiled about 15 minutes because we want that butter to stay cold, because when it hits that heat, we are going to have some good old dumplings. I just love cooking with y'all. You know, cooking with YouTube, you feel like, sometimes I feel like I can see you. I can see some of you sweet people out there. I've learned so many of your names. Diane, she is always the first one to comment on every video. I don't know how she does it. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember the videos, but she is so kind. My gosh, you guys are wonderful. I just can't get over it. Okay, we're going to put this. Ooh, look at that dough. It's going to be good, y'all. I'm gonna put that dough right in the refrigerator. And you can put it in the freezer if you want. I think I might put it in the freezer. You know why? Because we're not gonna, this is boiling and we're gonna let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And it's almost 15 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and put it in the freezer. It won't have time to freeze, but that butter will stay really good and cold. Okay guys, we're gonna put in 1/2 cup of heavy cream. We're just gonna pour it right in. 1/2 cup. Look how rich and creamy that looks. Okay, now we're going to get out our dough. And this should make about 8 big dumplings. Okay, so we have our dough and it's very cold. Okay, we just cut in half and half and half. Okay, so I've got my dumplings all cooked. They're about the same size. You don't have to have perfection. If you want perfection, just get you out a scale and weigh them. But, you know, we're moms or grandmas and we don't have time for all that. So we're going to pop our dumplings right in. So we have our dumplings right in the pan. We're going to let them cook uncovered for 10 minutes. And they're going to expand and it's going to be so good. You're going to love these. I promise. You're going to love these. Our dumplings are looking so good. Now we're going to put the lid on and put them on for another 10 minutes. Wow. That looks... Oh. I'm so excited. I can't wait to eat. Okay, we have turned off the soup. Okay, I know people say you need fresh parsley. Well, I don't have any fresh parsley. So we're going to use the freeze-dried. They've been selling freeze-dried for how many years? So evidently it must be okay to use. We're going to use good old plain, right out of the jar, freeze-dried parsley. We're not professional chefs that can just keep it in our refrigerator or it magically appears in our refrigerator and stays fresh. It costs money and it can go bad before we use it. So I like the good old freeze-dried. We're just going to sprinkle some parsley right over the top. And it's still going to be good. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, got me a ladle. I've got me a bowl. Kind of matches my apron today, huh? Dollar Tree, guys. I got these at the Dollar Tree. Okay, let's, oh my gosh. Get you some of those veggies. This is hot now, guys. This is hot. So, look at the chicken. Look how much chicken 1 pound makes. Look at the carrots, the celery. Everything is cooked. Look at those dumplings. Oh my gosh. They look so good. Good. Okay guys, this is our chicken and dumpling soup. Oh my gosh. We have definitely got to let this cool because I tried to eat it and about burnt my mouth. Look at the steam flowing off of that. Oh my gosh. Okay, be back in a few minutes to definitely eat this soup because I'm starving. Okay guys, we are eating our soup. Those dumplings, oh my gosh. The chicken, absolutely wonderful. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, for commenting, for trying the recipes, for encouraging me. You comment, you hit the like button, you subscribe. I don't even have to mention those things because you do those things. It is free to subscribe. I just want to let people know that because a lot of people think you have to spend money. People ask me all the time, how much does it cost to subscribe? YouTube is free. YouTube costs no money for you to subscribe. I just want you to know that any channel on YouTube is free. I am thrilled that you're with me. I am thrilled that you comment. I am thrilled at your kind comments. You are so sweet, so loving. You are the best audience on YouTube, and I really want to give you my best. You guys go have a wonderful, wonderful day. Make the chicken and dumpling soup.